this.
Man, your game against Fro was pretty crazy though.
Yeah, that game was sick. I like that was a really insane game. Like the beginning, I'm just like, oh man, I'm just gonna lose to this blowout here, aren't I? But then like the Emperor like was hard carrying me. The waiting hostilities has been quite good actually.
Yeah, actually,
It like gives
well,
me a turn to like set up with the Emperor, where like normally if after you buy the Emperor you're pretty weak, but if you just only have to defend once, you're pretty safe.
I mean, it's also fortunate you've drawn it at like early points in the game so
Oh
far.
yeah, I mean that is the first time I've seen the Noble Sack though, so I was pretty happy at least with that.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna beat this Guest of Honor after a while.
Yeah, you actually have events in your deck, so
I have a lot of events.
yeah. I was noticing it was like you have less attachments than some of these guys. All right, so
Yeah, so
Dan, actually,
there's like when I started looking at attachments, they had all been taken up.
yeah,
All right, so Chris has Yokuni, Akodo Makoto, Wild Stallion, and uh Storyteller. This the yeah, and then Dan
yeah.
flips. Dan's if Dan has his charge or his join the fray, it could be tough. Or his join the fray, it could be
Yeah,
tough for
like
Fro.
there's just Jagatai high roll for sure in this spot, right? Actually, Dan is also playing Nikitoshi, which probably not many people are seeing, but it's actually not terrible in this format.
So it makes
It's like,
all your opponent's province strength -1 and all yours +1.
yeah, it's not like super bad, right? Like it's not great, but if you're trying to trade, sometimes it just like actually helps out. Like,
Yeah. Although Dan buys the EG. I don't think I like that. I think I would
yeah,
prefer to have. Oh, I know what he did. So if Fro beats him in a Paul conflict, he can
he
bring in
brings
Bayona
Paul.
for free.
How did he get all these cards in his discard pile already?
Shincho Gunso.
Oh, Gunso, nice.
Right. So if he should. So Dan's gonna do a Paul poke, I think, first, and then you just bring in Bayona with two fate if Fro has to block this Paul conflict because
He's
it's
so
just void,
good.
right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you definitely are blocking here because you're gonna get an honored Yokuni,
Yeah, so he's gonna get compensation for sure.
but like Dan's value on this is so high. Man, this easy play was actually gigantic brain. I didn't even see the Bayona in there.
See, next level, you get to use all these cards.
Yep, and then we see Kiku Matsuri get activated. Kiku Matsuri is actually not that bad. If I maybe I could have moved my province selection around a little bit and gone for two slightly worse air provinces.
Yeah, actually, Kiku Matsuri was not too bad. I remember Jared used to play with it in his Seeker of Air like KB deck because he was like,
Well, it's a lot better if you have Mark of Shame.
yeah,
Only having one Mark of Shame does not make me necessarily want to honor my opponent's characters that much.
true.
Wait, he puts in Tetsuko. Interesting. I would have put in Bayona for sure and gone for the value play, but maybe that's just me being too focused on value.
I think that's actually probably I kind of like the value play a lot more because like, what do you want?
You would
Like,
still
what?
get your HMT trigger, right? Like with
Yeah,
if you bring in Bayona, like you do. This is the exact same play, and you just get Bayona with 2 Fate on it.
yeah, you just get a guy with two fate. Maybe just Dan was too focused a little bit here on that, but
Dan plays Spoils of War, gonna trigger a Lion HMT to sacrifice the Shinjo Gunso probably.
so yeah, from people know, Dan during the draft really hard picked this like kind of
This archetype.
deck.
This archetype.
Yeah, he went charge pick two, so
Yeah, he
like,
went charge pick 2, butcher pick 2 when all of us were taking provinces.
and he somehow still ended up with like a reasonable province row. So, I mean,
I
not
think
too bad.
certain province elements you do have to pick early. Like if I was gonna first take a province, I would pick the void. I would pick void provinces, like KM Pilgrimage and Shameful Display, or just a tier above every other void province.
Yeah, those are just like they're just so strong. We were pretty sure you were gonna take shameful display, but We wanted to see. Maybe there were some other possibilities.
Yeah, I mean, shameful display. Like I think we've really seen the power of status tokens in a lot of these games. I definitely think for the next one that we need to just get rid of Shinsei's Last Hope, though.
Yes. Right now, I'm being carried by Shinsei's Last Hope and being Brilliant Lucksack. So if we count the cards that I flip with this, it's pretty disgusting. Anyways, so Dan's moving in with this Tetsuko and Eiji on the second conflict.
Oh,
How did
he had Curry favor to keep his
Yeah,
Tetsuko standing.
yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Wait,
So
I still don't know why he didn't get the Bayona. Like, you get the Bayona, you get your two fate on it. I think Dan just missed the interaction. Maybe it's two
yeah,
other
I
Bushi, right?
mean, yeah, he
Yeah.
did
So
have two other
he had
moves.
the Gunso and
Gunso,
the Gift the Tactician are both Bushi.
yeah,
Tetsuko didn't do anything at Arai because Chris was just never gonna be able to defend.
yeah, he has no fate left too. Like it's not. Why is it? He couldn't do anything about it. Like it wasn't gonna have any interaction. This Batsubiono being in play right now would be huge.
All right. Well,
So
Guest of Honor has shown up.
Chris, now that actually turned off 28 cards of Dan's conflict deck, but Dan.
he so real importantly, Bayona's three other. Oh my god, this card fucking sucks. No wonder no
Oh
one
wow,
plays it.
he
All right.
couldn't even.
Mark the Lion player comes in and tells us we're
It's
over here thinking
three?
it's two others.
Oh my gosh, three is so many. Okay, so Dan and Puchit, but three others. That is a lot of guys. So Dan just continuing on the train, just spy guys, no fate, punk Chris out. So if he loses a pole conflict, he would get something back. Oh, actually, if he ever got up to three Bushi in play, he could have tried to get this Fiona, but he needs one more
There's nothing
Bushi.
good to
Maybe.
copy right now. It's kind of awkward for Chris.
Yeah, all these characters have
Does
basically
Chris
can't do
just
anything.
pass both his conflicts? I think that's what
Uh,
we're gonna see.
maybe. It's very awkward, but I guess Dan. What is Dan? What can Dan still run into here? Dan still can run
Oh, well,
into
Magistrate Station is
Mad.
still up, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Mad
What it's
and
Market of Kaze no Kami and Magistrate Station. Dan needs to win this 50-50. Yeah, Dan needs to win this 50-50 right here. This will determine a lot of the game here.
what ring would you go here? Are you definitely gonna go Void? I think I'd go Void
I,
too.
I I don't know what. Oh, Magistrate Station.
You probably need to. Oh shit.
Oh, and then
Okay.
he gets
Well.
policy debated.
Uh
And we're gonna get
oh.
a cute and Kikita trigger.
Oh
Chris
dear.
smartly bids to win.
All right. Oh wow. So Dan did actually have the charge.
He also has Kobo Ichikai Jujutsu, the card that was not being imported properly.
Oh wow. So it is.
Discards the charge, and then we're gonna honor Yokuni. Man, Dan really just unfortunately he. Oh no, Dan can get Swift Magistrate
Oh, oh, that's right. Yeah. So he's
after he
gonna
loses
lose
his Paul
this
conflict. He can get Swift Magistrate. So actually, Fro will have to go
water.
water. Oh wait, at the open hand.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, but Chris knew he had that. Why did he choose not to discard it?
Blinders were on.
Oh, story defeat!
Oh my gosh.
And now if
What?
Dan plays his Vengeful Oathkeeper in the conflict. Oh, but then but wait. Chris knows all of these cards. I'm not looking at the hand here because I just assume Chris is making these plays properly. But I feel like
No, I think
Chris,
he took too fast.
like if Chris just takes the way of the open
Oh.
hand, all he has to do is he'll be fine, right?
Well, hold on. No, there's a strength in numbers in Dan's hand
Yeah, but
too. So
the
that's
strength of numbers, you need 3 attacking characters to send Yokuni home.
yeah, I was just reading that. Oh wait, yeah, it's there, glory. So he can't strength. He has. He can only weigh. Oh wow, Hawk tattoo goes back in.
All right, never mind. Chris,
All right,
Chris did.
Chris has got
Yeah,
the.
like I said, I assume Chris is doing things properly because he knows the hand, and he took the
Yeah.
charge for a reason. Like Chris has favorite mount also, right? He has favorite mount and he has Hawk Tattoo. So like Guest of
Yes.
Honor is actually insane. Is thanks for the fate. Ooh, you tell him, Chris. Holy shit, so good.
And we have some BM banter
Man,
from
this event has
Prevent.
already has just lived up to. This event has already been worth the hours we spent drafting.
Yeah, this is definitely super good. And yeah, so Dan losing this fight, he's gonna get the Swift Magistrate most likely. That's what it looks like. But then Chris is gonna swing back. Kind of has to make Chris swing back water then. Going for the Nikitoshi. Do you think so? What is Chris gonna swing with here? Actually, once he goes with I think he just swings with the guest actually on pole into the Nikitoshi.
Yeah, you go water, right?
Water pole, yeah. But then he does Nikitoshi get +1 from itself?
Well, you go water, and then you have to bow the Swift Magistrate if Dan
Swift.
puts it in.
Yeah. Some of the bad cards are really entertaining, though. I sort of do see both sides of this argument. Some of the bad stuff, though, just makes the game so funny because some just weird shit just happens and you got to read the card and you're like, what is going on? And
Yeah, like if it's 30-30, how are we gonna see favor of the Kame and Opie and Wastrel? Like
it's true.
here's my argument. Like I don't think saving time is a good argument because if you're willing to spend 3 hours doing this, you're willing to spend 4 hours doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just more I think a lot of people didn't have any enjoyment drafting the last bit of the cards, but
I
I
actually think there was a ton of hidden gems that popped up in the last like 10 picks. There was literally
oh,
85th card or whatever that Demagogue was like, I was gonna take that.
yeah, I think Yoritomo went super late too in the drafts.
Like I think if we do it again, everyone just ends up. Yeah, 94th pick Venerable Fortunist. Like I think really all that happens is we learn from this and we just get out of conflict hell faster. Like it should just be like if you want to draft smart, you just get out of conflict hell faster. There is no real dynasty hell. If we're getting 94th pick Venerable Fortunist, there's no dynasty hell.
I no, I completely agree. Oh, so he goes for Tetsuko. Actually, that's probably reasonable too.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what Dan has. It can't be an event, that's for sure.
I mean, most of Dan's deck is events, but we're gonna have to see. Sure, we can see Dan's hand. We should already know what he can do.
Well, conflict hell is basically it's not thinking forever. It's more that you just like run out of cards to add to your deck that are like super good. But like Favor of the Kami, Opium, and Wastrel were like two super late conflict cards, and they literally just almost like won Chris that game. Man, Froze deck is super good. Like I was looking at it, it's super efficient.
Yeah, he picked great cards actually because like he just went full on his lane and actually it was like pretty damn
Like
important.
all of his events minus Fury of the Damned and Karmic Balance, I think, are just very good.
I was thinking that your conflict quality too was actually quite high.
I think my good conflict cards are very good, and then I have a lot of very bad conflict cards. Oh, Dan
So
has the
yeah,
Feral Ningyo.
Nino.
Oh wait, Chris has a duel though still, so oh he already
Yeah,
used it. Never mind.
we've seen Dan's hand. We
Oh
can't
wait,
play the
wait,
game.
Guardian of Virtue. Okay. Now what can Dan add here for one more force?
Let's look back at his hand. Let's try to figure it out.
Huh? Why did he play? Why did he play this Guardian of Virtue?
I think he miscounted. It's not. Oh wait, he broke. Oh. So what we missed is
Oh,
Ninkatoshi.
Ninkatoshi!
Oh my gosh!
Oh my God, Ninkatoshi busted in Dan's deck actually.
Man,
Holy shit, Ninkatoshi is
Dan's
so
brain so
good.
big. Dan's brain so big. Realizes the Ninkatoshi, but it's got absolutely no board. But
Facing
we're
down
on
Guest of Honor, Honored Yokuni. Probably Chris buys this Dazzling Duelist.
yeah, some way to stop some of these bodies from coming at him. So is Dan gonna be able to pressure? Oh, actually, man, Dan has a lot of fate left. And he just can't get past. Like I don't know what he's gonna do with this guest of honor. Holy cow! So we got raging battleground left. Actually, so Dan can't even buy random dudes with no fate to try to run
Yeah,
against
so
him.
that's why he bought Unified Company with some fate.
Yeah.
Unified Company is a really cool card.
Yeah, this card's actually pretty good. It's a reaction? Oh, you win a conflict, put a guy into play. That's pretty good. He has to have fewer cards. In case like, so if you're Dan, I don't know, would you keep bidding here? Because like you can't play as many. I guess you fine. So I don't know what else you can do. I guess you just could keep drawing. Honor totals just never
Yeah, look,
leave this.
Adorai, Dan has. If you ask Dan how many games he's lost after he's been up 3-0 on breaks, he'll tell you it's a lot. It's definitely more than it should be. Roadside Inn is pretty sweet here. How does this card? This card is like a reprieve kind of thing, right? After this.
Absolutely. Okay.
Oh, from their
Huh.
pool. Huh. That is an interesting card.
Yeah, I actually saw some crab players trying this out after all the RL stuff.
Yeah, you
So
just play it instead of Iron Mine.
yeah.
Like it's your Iron Mine replacement.
Desperate or hard times. Crabs don't have mines anymore. They have roadside inns. Economy is hard.
What are Chris's conflict characters?
So Chris has like a
Chris's
whole
conflict
bunch of
characters are actually pretty good.
they're all really cheap. They all
And
like
then he
cost
has
a lot,
Anakazu.
and then he has an Anakazu on the top end. We were actually looking at what cards he could have actually had to try to break your
Oh,
so he can,
Saito.
yeah, and we're like, he has 5-0 glory conflict characters. I'm like, how the fuck is he gonna break
Yeah,
that
I
many?
was like, oh my! When the Opium Waste Show came down, I'm like, what is happening here? I'm like, all
We,
right,
we,
all right,
we,
and then I was like, I can't use the Emperor. I can't use the Emperor redirect here because I need to get him with the Magistrate Station. So I had to like figure out if I could lose Saito there for nothing, and it would have been the Void Ring, which would have been I obviously don't want to get hit with.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But yeah, yeah, for sure, the thing I've learned the most after playing my deck some is that just hard mull for Ryoku.
Yeah, that card is basically
Super
gives you
overperformed for me.
yeah honors a guy every turn.
And it does, and she honors herself the turn that you play her, right? Because you win the favor, and then you honor her in the fate phase.
Yeah, she's just super good, and he's a very limited
Yeah, yeah,
format.
Adorai, I knew 100%. I knew Chris wasn't thinking of that interaction. I knew I would get him. All right, so Nikitoshi breaks, and Chris used the airing. All right, because that had 2 money on it.
Now, what would be funny is actually if Chris changed Market onto his stronghold.
Oh my god, how nutty would that have
Okay, no, it's still raging, but it would have been pretty freaking hilarious.
Yeah, Adorai, I assume people saw it, and so that's why it was being reversed. Like I figured one either Kevin or Mark would notice it, but like if you haven't played against or with the Emperor like at all, like I've definitely played with the Emperor more than Chris has, so I know at least a good amount of the interactions you can do with it.
We figured you putting 5 fate in the Emperor, you must have known exactly what your plan was, right?
Well, so the Denver deck had the Emperor in it, if you remember. So I did a lot of playtesting with the Emperor leading up to that event, and then also I've playtested a bunch of Demagogue's decks, and Dema just always throws the Emperor into his decks.
That's true. I'm surprised Demo didn't take the Emperor, actually.
Well, he was going to, right? That's why
Oh,
he has
yeah,
some of the favor
you're an
cards. But then
so, like,
I knew he was going for it, so I took it.
yeah. Plus, it's so good in your deck.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely bungled three draft picks. If I could go back and like if I was to make my deck again, I would just value Imperial Yoshi higher. I would value Fawning Diplomat higher, and I would obviously just take the Censure way earlier.
Yeah.
I just assumed people wouldn't go for the Censure because they knew they would never win favor against me. But that's like a fallacy because you have 6 other matches.
Yeah, you just have other people you could win favor from, and it'd be fine. Just dead against you. But like so many cards are pretty fucked up dead in this. I think drafting. I wanted to draft even more attachments next time.
Yeah. Like the value of them is so high.
They're just always playable, and you don't end up in the situation like Dan's here, where like you have guests, and then they're like, okay, well,
Yeah, yeah.
shit about your
Oh, right hand
guests.
of the Emperor gets discarded. Dan can play that from his discard pile.
Oh man, all right. If you are more honorable, okay, so you can straighten, but he has no fate. But works out some other turns you could do this.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So Chris still has a huge fate lead here and has a board. Like I feel like Dan has just gassed out. I don't think Dan can beat this guest.
Yeah, this guest is just presenting so
Oh,
many
this
problems.
Master of Swiftways is actually insane with guest. Because like if
Oh,
you do your attack and then if Dan doesn't defend you swap out, right?
yeah. This is so difficult now. Dan's province is left to like it doesn't matter that he gets hit secret cash because he's like I don't know what he's going to pick that's going to help him out of this. He's got Karnzar due and then retire. So Chris just needs to like not hit the retire in a bad way.
Man,
Plus, like,
2.5 years later, Dan is losing the guest of honor. I actually think Guest of Honor is not as good in this format as she normally would be because attachments are so prevalent. Like the rest of like me and Dan have like 20 plus events. Everyone else is sub 20 events, like even sub 15.
yeah, I have something like 10 conflict characters and like 17 attachments.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. It's just like Guest of Honor
but
is actually not very
poor
good in a lot
dad,
of these
poor dad
matchups.
is up to 28 event decks. So,
All right, so Chris buys Hidasuru also. Hidasuru does combo with Master of Swiftways. For those of you who are unaware, Hidasuru is the horse in this picture. The guy on
after a
top of it's just some random crab.
that, really? No, can't be.
What, you believe me? Come on, dude, that's a meme.
I know.
It's like the
I was
hunting falcon card where the dude where the
I was expecting to see Creature, and I was like, no, Neil got me. Shit.
Oh yeah, Butcher. No, Butcher doesn't. Butcher helps him only against Guest. But then Dan takes a break first, and then the Master of Swiftways can declare and then swap Guest in. So Butcher doesn't even help him here either. If Dan was
Yeah.
first player and saw Butcher, he might have been able to. But Chris could have drawn his favorite amount at this point. Chris does hit Seeker Cash.
And I just said, I don't know if Dan's gonna be able to find something. I guess in this conflict he can play stuff, but it's really hard for Dan now.
So Akoma Sonuri triggers. Now this Yokuni is a what a 9. A 9 can bow the 7 if you want, and then like you don't your honor doesn't matter either because you can just discard it. So Goblin Seek steals Dan's last fate. And then I think the Yokuni is just gonna duel the Unified Company. I might have dueled first, or I might have snuck earlier, so you didn't waste the action window.
Okay. Yeah, once he duels his Unified Company, Dan loses 7. That's pretty brutal. Oh, here comes the Bonsai.
Yeah, so now you
Well,
can't kneel the Unified Company. So Dan might just swap in somebody for Yokuni, and now you can't get Fallen embattled, so you feel pretty good.
oh, that's right. Dan has the 1x Fallen in battle in his
Yeah,
deck.
obviously Dan has the Fallen in battle.
Oh, wait, he didn't put it in. I don't think
Oh,
he'd put it in,
oh, he
dude.
didn't. Oh my god, what a coward!
I know. Chat told him to get it, and he didn't put it
It's
in.
literally his. It's his invitational card. It's his card. Yeah, you just swap. I think you just swap here. You swap Yokuni for the Messer here, and then you just get your 2 breaks, or you get your break again on cash on the crackback. Swaps in Guest. Huh?
Huh.
What could this mean? I'm trying to look at Chris's cards.
So does Chris have like favored mount in hand then? Does that mean that?
What doesn't matter? Doesn't have any way to stand these characters,
That's true.
and he has no fate.
No fate. So Chris is gonna try to win this conflict? That's pretty wild.
So if Chris duels one of the smaller characters, and then he can play Rising Stars Kata for a +5. So if he duels the Oushi down, that's -4 to 14, and then Rising Stars Kata puts him to 16, and then he can just play some other thing.
Does he even? Does Chris even have Rising Star
Oh
Kata?
no, Dan has it. I was looking at Dan's list.
Okay, yeah. So it's like Magnificent Triumph.
He could how he needs to be able to dishonor something, and then he can duel to the death.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why he moved in the Guest.
Honor Nodachi.
No, Hon no Dachi.
Honodachi.
What does this card do? Reaction: after attached character wins a military conflict, remove 1 fate from attached character. Your opponent chooses a participating character he or she controls, discard that character. Alright, well, Chris can't remove a fate from his character.
Yeah.
What are these boards? Well, Dan, you missed the other Dan breaking 3 provinces in 2 turns, or 1 turn. And then Chris has now just taken control of the game with this wonderful card here.
The honorable guest. Oh well, the nice guest of honor here. Which he now can move into conflicts because of Master of Swift Waves. Fucking
Dan is so angry about this guest.
I mean, it's a 1 in 40 or like only one card, right? So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he hit it.
Well, it's more than that, right? Because you go into
Oh
hypergeometric
yeah, he's
math.
doing for a turn, but like still, like it's
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
one copy of
I guess it's
guess.
not even
So
hypergeometric because it's not in multiples. It's just a single. Actually, yeah, the math is always easy on these cards. It's just however many you flip divided by the cards in your deck.
yeah. Uh, so is Chris gonna? Oh no, he doesn't have enough. Well, okay. So Dan's boxes retire. I think Chris could even just break it now. We got 5, 7, 10 pull.
There is just nothing. There's no way he can break this. Anakazu got honored now. Dan's
Oh no,
best bet is to flip Butcher. No, Butcher doesn't even help him because this is a master of Swiftways. Like,
no. I was
yeah.
about to say, I think Chris is about to break here.
Oh, you think Chris is just gonna break on Paul?
I think he can. He's
Oh
just
wait,
got like
Raging Battle Dragons kills this guy. Oh, he flipped it already. He flipped it already. Never mind. And then we have Never Yield. I thought he hadn't flipped it yet. I was ready for Raging Battleground to claim another victim.
so Dan's lone vengeful Oathkeeper going in.
What
Can this guy
what
do
can
enough?
Dan possibly have here? So he can have strengthened numbers with his fate.
Does have spreading the darkness in his hand. Like that's actually what he has
Yeah.
in it. He's got a strength in numbers, which is only going can that's yeah. Uh, he's used his bonsai already.
Chris doesn't
Rising
have
Star.
any fate though, so maybe Chris was just supposed to all defend and go into next turn for the win. Like it's less risky. I don't know.
It's probably less risky that way.
If Chris has the defend your honor, I think he's pretty safe though.
Yeah. Well, he's got. Well, no. Once he's spreading, then
No, you defend.
already
You defend the spreading.
stop that. Yeah.
Oh,
So.
Yokuni copied Master of the Swiftways. So Yokuni's
Oh.
gonna swap the Goblin Sneak for the Guest of Honor.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Wait, he did it. He did it incorrectly though. He needed to do it. He needed to do it pre conflict. Now Dan has one window to play a card.
Which won't do anything. So.
Well, Chris has to have Defend Your Honor, right? Like if Dan plays the spreading.
Yeah, but then Dan only goes up to 6,
Oh
and
right,
then
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
and
not
then he
enough.
can't actually play any other cards.
Yeah, there's no way he can get any skill, like enough skill, so it just doesn't matter.
Oh, Hidasuru is gonna get buffed here too. Yeah, because of his ability. So after he swaps in the guest, Hidasuru will go up to 7. Man, all these 4/3s for 4 and 3/4s for 4 are like such high value in this. There's just so many stats.
So Dan will survive a little longer because he'll be able to unbow a guy here, but it still doesn't look very. It looks pretty bad for him. Oh, I guess Fro just adds one more skill here. He can just stop Dan from taking this water ring, and then he swings back for 5, 7,
Yeah, against what?
6. Retire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it would just be game.
So yeah, Chris definitely needs to win this conflict if he can. I
Well, the
don't know
game
if he
ends.
can though. Does he have any
Yeah.
like zero cost attachments that let him do that?
Yeah. Once the spreading goes down, he can't like do something like what do you call it? No, that wouldn't work anyways. Yeah, it's hard for him to get just like a point of
Yeah,
skill in.
he literally just can't. He does with 0
Yeah,
fate. He cannot create a point of skill.
yeah.
Oh right, and then Oathkeeper retires and becomes something else. So yeah, Mark's right. Mark's right. I think we're gonna see another turn.
Yeah, there's going to be another turn. Can't really get around that.
Yeah, so we go 7 to 5 here, and then Chris will avoid the Unified Company. I don't think Chris can get what Chris needs 4 more force. Can Chris get 4 more force with no fate? I don't think so. Oh, he can challenge on the fields.
He can challenge on the fields.
If he has challenge on the fields, I think he'll break.
He's only sending home one guy though.
Yeah, you send home Ushi and then you go, yeah, so that's -3, right? 7 to, oh, then you're still one force short. Yeah, because Lion HMT is +2, not +1. Oh, okay. Chris just misclicked and picked Ushi instead of Unified Company. Quickly rectifying that. Yeah, then Chris will just win mill favor again.
Now, Dan going first here. Is there anything Dan can particularly do?
I don't think
now
Dan
that,
can beat the card Guest of Honor.
Yeah.
Like, not only are these conflict cards like really medium, but also you just cannot beat the card Guest of Honor.
Well, interestingly enough, Dan has just flipped 17 military skill though.
Oh wait, this Iron Crane Legion.
Yeah,
Huh.
Dan just flipped 17 military skill, so
Interesting.
this
Well,
guy's
I think Dan is gonna be buying the the Iron Crane Legion. That's for sure.
is a big boy.
And then if he buys Voice of the Ancestors, he can then buy. He would need Passing Fate to buy a character.
Yeah.
Iron Crane Legion is definitely getting bought. Like if Dan's winning this game, Iron Crane Legion is gonna show up.
6 plus 3, 9. 9 plus 4. 12, 13, 14. Some looks like Frozemore's like 16 mil right now. 17 mil.
We already banned cards at our like. I don't think removing cards is what I would want to do anyway. I don't think that makes the draft better. I think it just makes it not as fun.
Yeah, there was only one card to talk about taking out the axe, which was Shinsei's Last Hope.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure everyone in this chat or in the draft is going to agree on that.
Yeah,
After watching it in action.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
We banned like I don't know 15 cards or whatever. It's all the one of holdings and like the idiot attachments. No, you don't need to RLKB. You just need to, and there's no RL, Johnny. It's just bans. There's no restricted list. You literally just ban Shinsei's Last Hope. Easy.
Yeah,
Shinsei's Last
because
Hope is just too good.
PvP doesn't do anything by itself. It's a very medium stronghold, but you have to draft like a million dishonor cards to make it even.
Yeah, which is fine. Like if you want to do that, go for it.
It's all out assault. Okay. See, so this all out assault got played earlier, and the game crashed. So I was actually a little worried that Chris wants to play an all out
Oh,
assault.
oh wait. Mark's pointing out that Dan fucked up because by bidding 5, Chris can just play Carving Balance now, and then Iron Crane
Oh,
Legion becomes tiny.
oh my gosh, yeah.
Also, Chris was asking for the printed skill on Iron Crane Legion because I'm pretty sure he has True Strike Kenjutsu.
Oh yeah. What is the skill?
It's
What the
0.
hell?
Printed skill of Axe is 0.
Oh my gosh.
And also Dan has played his Never Yield. Oh, it's True Strike is base, not printed. Okay, okay. Who has the trick of the light? I don't know. I don't think it's one of these two.
Leave.
Oh no, no,
For
Chris has the trick of the light.
light. Yes, Chris has trick of light. I was
Oh,
gonna
so
say.
Chris can also just Chris can
Oh
also
my,
just trick of the light this Iron Crane Legion.
oh
Man,
my gosh.
we thought this Iron Crane Legion was gonna be Dan's savior, and it turns out it's just not even close. There's like
So should
7 different cards that stop it.
why did Dan buy this voice instead of a Kodo Preserve Company then?
Oh, I thought maybe he thought he was gonna get Passing Fate, and then he could have bought. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
He
yeah,
should have gone for a ring on that had Fate on it also, so he could
yeah,
buy one of these characters as an attachment. Oh, you can play Alton Sarna as Vanguard. Or no, it has to be a Lion character.
yeah. So he can only play. I don't even know if he can
Yeah, he
play
can't
anything.
play
Is there a
anyone.
lost lion character in this card? Oh, he doesn't. That didn't matter.
Yes, Trick of the Light. He literally lost minus 21, minus 20 skill.
We were like, oh my gosh, is he gonna have Trick of the Light? Oh my gosh. That he actually had quite a bit of skill. What did he had 29 there? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
28. Chris played a card though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god. Yo, Johnny, you want to stream? We need people to stream so that I can play. All right, so Johnny's gonna stream. I'm gonna play somebody. All right, that's fine. Our game will go quickly. Let me ask Dan if he wants to play.
Are you gonna play Dan?
Yeah, I think so. All right, let me stop my
Okay.
stream.